Master. Check 1, 2. Check. All right, y'all. Be quiet. All right. So we got Instagram, that's TikTok, and then we got. All right, let's get it. Oh yeah. Almost two. Meet people. All right. Let's get it. All right. Welcome. I know it's a Saturday afternoon and I'm going to watch football tonight, but I wanted to talk with y'all a minute, just a minute, because I got a call from one of my students, and I feel like this call really is going to help somebody. All right. So y'all get in here and say hello to Mello. Mello, hey Mello, look, say hello to the people, Mello. All right, Mello is my little buddy. My little buddy. Say hello to the people, Mello. You can't say hello? Oh, hey, all right. All right, y'all. So this is what I wanted to say. Um, I want to say, y'all, listen, we're going to talk about something for about 15 minutes and I'm going to be out. But before we do that, I wanted to ask you, number one, where you calling from, where you checking in from, and your name, just so I can properly acknowledge you. Because something happened to me today and yesterday that I think is something that you should know about. So, Mello, somebody said hello. So give me your name and where you're checking in from so that I can welcome you properly. What's that? Natisa from New Jersey. All right, we got Shelly from Georgia. What part of Georgia, Shelly? What part of Georgia you from? We got I said Erica from South. Oh no, from South Carolina. I'm not sure it. Okay, Erica from South Carolina. Virginia, Sue from Virginia. Y'all throw me off. Yvette from Virginia in the building. Wanda from Kentucky. Welcome. Anisha from Columbia, South Carolina. Ellen from New Jersey. Yo, H-Town in the building. Barbara from Lynchburg. Barbara Smith from Lynchburg. Hattie from Fort Wayne, Indiana in the building. Let's see who else we got here. Cynthia from Columbus. LaDonna from Southfield, Michigan. LC from Alabama. Erica from Charlotte. Is that Shetty? Shetty from Bahamas. Nessa from the Bronx. In the building. Carrie Ann from Jamaica. All right. Welcome you from wherever you are. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday afternoon. I'm not going to be before you very long, but I had to come because this is the last week of my open enrollment of my academy. But I wanted to share something with some of you. I put out a post. Yesterday. And the post said it talked about believing. And a lot of us just believing that there is someone out there for you. If you are willing to believe and love again, and let me be honest, there are some people out there who have given up on loving someone or finding out, giving up on love itself and finding love for you. Okay. And somebody says, Miss Chai, who is that? Said, I didn't call. I don't know who that is. Not sure who that is, but if I was supposed to call, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't. Forgive me. Um, but let me say this to you. Um, I put the post out, and some people said, thank you for reminding me. And some people said, I'm giving up. All right. Millie Brats, I hear you. You said, I'm giving up. All right. So I wanted to tell y'all about one of my students. And I remember this time last year, she was giving up too. And she called me and she booked a discovery session with me. And so we went deep into her life. And she was like, you know what? I'm giving up on men because there are no good men out there, is what she said. And she said, I have not been able to find love. And so I asked her, now I want y'all to listen. Now, this is where some people gonna get triggered. I said, tell me what you're expecting from a relationship. Tell me what you're expecting from a man. And she began to rattle off this list, which is fine. She began to rattle off the list of what she expected from a relationship. She talked about the man having to be a great communicator. She talked about the man having to be emotionally available. She talked about the man having to have a particular financial status. He had to make well over six figures. She talked about all of these things. And in and of themselves, there was nothing wrong. She talked about him having to be healthy, working out, looking a certain way. She talked about all of those things. And I let her just talk. And when she got finished from talking, I simply asked her one question. And the one question I asked her was, I said, what you desire from someone else, you should not settle. Okay, I get it. You want it, go get it. But the second question I asked her, I said, can I see your list? And she said, sure. So she emailed me, we were on Zoom. So she emailed me the list. And then I looked at the list and I simply said to her, I said, okay, when we go down the list, you say you want somebody who communicates. Do you communicate? And she was like, yeah, I communicate. I said, well, wait a minute. Let me remind you. Remember the last time we talked? You said you went on a date and a man didn't open your door and you didn't call him back? She was like, yes. I said, but you never communicated to him. You never communicated that you wanted your door open. She's like, oh, well, he should have known. I said, okay. I said, finances. You want him to make well over six figures. I said, I don't want to get into your personal life, but do you make well over six figures? She was like, well, no, I don't make over six figures, but I want him to. I said, okay. So again, you're holding him to a higher standard than you're holding yourself. And I said, you know what coach does? I'm just pointing out the obvious. I'm not trying to condemn you or anything. I'm not trying to belittle you. I want to share something with you. And then I said, you want him to be physically fit? Yes. She said, yeah, he need to be physically fit. I said, when was the last time you went to a gym or exercised? Just asking. I'm just asking. And she was like, I'm a start. And I simply said this. I said, here's the thing. I said, here's the thing. We expect people to be something that we are unwilling to be. And so it's okay to expect what you want. But is it fair to expect something you're not willing to give? Is it fair? I said, and then I went on to explain. I said, you want the man to be a great communicator, but you don't want to work on communication. You want the man, and y'all, we just talking today. We just talking because we just talking. I'm not condemning anybody like I told her. I'm not condemning her. I'm just saying. And so as I began to teach her, she became my client that day because we discovered all of these things through our discovery session. She became my client that day. And that day I said, listen, if you want to attract someone, the person you want, not settle, but attract. I said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to spend the next 6 months working on yourself. I said, working on yourself to become the person who can attract what you want to have. Becoming the person you want to have. If you want, and we started working, you don't have to be a perfect person. And here's what happened. This is why I'm telling y'all this. What happened is this. She started working. She wasn't perfect. She got better at communication. She started working out twice a week. And I said, it ain't the working out, it's the energy that I'm talking about. You see, once you put your energy in what you want, not what you don't want, now you will attract what it is you desire. So, why do I tell you this? 3 days ago, she called me. She is in a relationship now. And she began to look at the relationship a lot different. She began to look at relationships a lot different. See, the thing is, like I told her, stop looking at people out here who are talking about negative things. I'm not talking about identifying things you should look for in a relationship, but their whole platform is centered on negativity. Their whole platform is centered around what people don't possess, what a person doesn't have. I saw an influencer the other day, and he got close to 1 million followers, like 700,000. And he was talking about, oh, dusty ass men. If a man can't give you $50,000, he's dusty and he should not be in a relationship. He should not be dating. And I began thinking, I didn't comment on any of it. I just looked at it and I said this, what we have done, we have reduced relationships to transactional things. If you do this, then I'll do that. If you give me this, I'll give you that. And we are not talking about partnership and growing together. And the thing is, I was being interviewed by Yala Benzet. And she is amazing. She was on If You Fix My Life for many years. And me and her talked about that. And she said, you're right, coach. When I try to tell people what it's about, everybody is listening to influencers who are saying what you want to hear. They are saying that a man should pay for every meal, a man should pay for your light bill, a man should do this, this, and this. And men are listening to influencers telling you that women aren't this, they aren't that. And y'all, the truth is that nobody has all the answers, but anybody who is building a platform on negative energy, they can't push you in the right direction. They cannot help you get a healthy, happy relationship. They cannot. The reason they cannot help you is because the energy in which they deliver the content, the energy that you have to get in to absorb the content will never attract the kind kind of thing you want, the kind of relationship, because it's on a lower vibrational frequency. It cannot. So that is why you will never hear me. That is why you will never hear me talk about other influencers. I, I won't say their names. I don't care what they do. I only care what they do because I know I gotta go harder. Because I believe in love. I put so many relationships together. I've saved so many, 299 marriages. And so what I'm saying to you is this: for all of you who want something different, you want to believe again. You want to believe that there is someone out there for you, someone that you can love, not a perfect man, not a perfect woman, but someone who is willing to engage in this journey and walk this life out with you. But and the reason why relationships, you know what, y'all, this is the truth. Relationships would not be so hard if we did not expect them to be so easy. They wouldn't be so hard if we didn't expect them to be so easy. The reason why we expect relationships to be easy is because of how we feel. Think about this, y'all. Think about this for a moment. Relationships are the only thing, watch this, that we expect to work with no training. You go on your job, they train you to be on that job. Okay? Anything you do, your finances, they train you how to handle finances. Somebody taught you. Somebody taught you. The thing is, everything, how to drive a car. Somebody taught you how to drive a car. But yo, why is it that relationships are the only thing that nobody ever teaches us? We never get any training, never want any training. We will never invest in any training. But yet we just expect it to work because we feel a certain way. Because you love a person, you feel that because I love you, it's going to work. But that's not true. If you've never been trained on communication, how to communicate, and you grew up in a home with an anxious attachment style because you felt like your parents left you back and forth, and you grew up with an anxious attachment style, you don't know how to communicate. Okay? If all you saw was arguing, you don't know how to do conflict resolution. You don't know. Okay? And what happens is, the thing is, why is it that we don't want to learn? Why is it that we don't want to invest in ourselves and be better at the very thing that we want? If you want love, y'all, if you want a date and you want to find a person for you, just going out and you think because you feel a certain way you can find the right person. No, there is a way to vet a person, to find out if a person's in alignment with you. But if you don't know, all you do is go out and he make you feel good or she make you feel good, and you think they're the one because y'all got things in common, like y'all like the same football team. Y'all, that's not how it works. It's not human behavior. And the reason why Coach Ken is who he is because I not only want to tell you what to do, I want to tell you why to do it. Tomorrow night in my academy, this is the last week of open enrollment. My academy is closing down enrollment. In September, we decided to open enrollment. We won't open it back up until next year. If anybody, somebody said like the football team is a start. Yeah, that's a small start. Yeah, but I ain't gonna be coming. Yeah, it's a start. It is a start. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all can cheer together, but then hate each other afterwards. But if y'all want to come into, my academy tomorrow night, and this is the last night. This whole month we've been letting people come in. We've had 15 new people to join this month. This is the last week to join. You don't have to join. I just want you to come in, and I want you to see what we're teaching about. I'm going to show you tomorrow. We're teaching on letting go and moving forward. How do you let go of some of the past relationships? How do you let go things that have held you down, held you back? And so what I will say to you is, for those of you who want to come in last week, email me at coachkencanion at gmail.com and say, hey, send me the link. I want to come into the class tonight. Send me the link. It's Coach, my name, coachkencanion at gmail.com. So if you want to come in tomorrow, I'll do one more live. That's what we've been doing. I'm doing a live on Saturday and one on Sunday for those people who want to come in. And all I can say is, somebody said that's hard after being married 27 years. I'm gonna say this to y'all. I'm not perfect. I'm not. I tell my wife that all the time. I'm not perfect. Now, I'm close though. No, I'm just joking. But one thing I'm gifted at, God has given me the gift to help relationships and help people get in them. That is my gift. That is what I'm gifted at. I am gifted at this because of human behavior. I've written 8 books, y'all. I've sold 500,000 books in my life. And somebody told me the other day, I told them one of my clients this morning, something about my story, and they didn't even know it. I said, you know why you don't know that about me? Is because what I'm teaching people that has nothing to do with that. And it's not important. If it ain't important on your journey, I ain't talking about it. I'm not talking about it. But I do have transparent moments in my academy, and my academy people, they get to know me on a deeper level. And so for you who want to come tomorrow for our last day of open enrollment, the month will be over. You can join us at coachkencanion at Gmail. Send me a link, an email, coachkencanion at Gmail. Send me an email and simply say, hey, I want to come to your academy tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to teach in there. I'm going to teach on letting go, and I'm going to teach on moving forward. All right, y'all? That is it for me. Somebody had a question. I did want to answer that. Let me see. Let me go back. Somebody said, I want to answer this. Kevin says, Ken, what's your thoughts on you can only meet someone as deeply you met yourself? Oh, okay. Okay, so Kevin, let me explain this. I think you can meet someone who may not know themselves as deeply as you. I think you can meet someone. I think though, however, if people are on a different level in terms of where they are in their personal growth, it could have an effect on the relationship or have an effect of them actually having a relationship. Because if you think about it, there are people, I'll give you an example, Kevin. I'll give you an example. There are people when I was younger, when I began to change, who I used to hang with before I changed. And we used to do all kind of stuff, get drunk, smoke weed, do all of that stuff. But when I stopped and I began focusing on my personal development, and they were doing the same things they had been doing, it became now we were no longer in alignment with each other. And so because we weren't in alignment, the things we had in common, the things that were core values to us were no longer viable for our relationship. And we were no longer friends. Our friendship faded. And so what I will tell you is what you're really saying, Kevin, what you're really saying is when our thoughts are in alignment, we can grow together. The moment that our thoughts are not in alignment, either we get help in moving toward that direction, or you will see there will become a disconnect in the relationship. I hope that answered your question. Okay, I hope that answered your question. And so, different levels to everything. So if anybody wants to come to my academy tomorrow, email me at coachkencanion at gmail.com, and I will say, Coach, can I get the link? And I will send you the link to join. Come in. We do send you the Zoom link, and you can come in tomorrow night. This is our last night of open enrollment. If you know that you want to make a change in your life, no better time than now. All right, y'all. That'll be good. I'm out.